You lost again. It don't look good. It don't look good. It don't feel good. Again, it's got nothing to do with Bournemouth. We're not competitive enough. Shot ourselves in the foot enough. The manager, I don't know what people are consistently fucking meant to do with 5 minutes. It's these things that are pissing me off. So what? When you get Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Nico Williams, all these guys, and players are fully fit, we're still gonna fuck about and do this. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's really annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. The build up to the corner, the phase of play with the long throw, the inability to pivot with the subs. You named a strong team, man, for what? I'm not even criticizing that. But in the grand scheme of things, what did it mean now? What did it mean? We all know this is dead rubber. It's just about trying to get 3 points. You've drawn yourself into a top 4 battle even more now. Credit to next week you got PSG and Liverpool. You think you can perform how you performed in the last kind of periods and think you're getting something? Fair enough. All you lot need to have a long, hard look in the mirror. I'm not saying you're not trying and any of that jazz, but all you lot need to do is have a long, hard look in the mirror. You're not going to, are you? You deserve that. You deserve that. And until you lot want to learn the lessons, you're going to learn this lesson time after time after time after time after time again. Man, they forgot their shin pads. The players forgot their boots and shin pads, man. Sasha, when you find out what players are meant to do with 4 minutes, please let me know, man. Players have no motivation in these league games. Then fuck off then. This is Arsenal Football Club. You think you can just rock up and turn it on when you fancy it? Fuck off then if you're not up for the game. Tell the manager and let other players play. The fuck? And you as well, Arteta. Nothing changes, nothing changes. You're pissing me off. You've schooled some very good managers, but equally, any street smart manager that especially adapts in games, they've got something for you. No fighting spirit, strolling off, and we're losing. You're strolling, bro. All of this stuff is too nice. It's too nice. I'm not saying it needs to be horrible and all of that, but it's too nice. It's all there. It's always context. What about just making it fucking difficult for an opponent to take 3 points off you? Credit to Bournemouth, they done that, but just make it difficult. If you give your best shot, cool. They won, back to the drawing board. But it's time after time after time. People doing it when they fancy it. People not taking half chances. People running into blind alleys. It's the same old, same old, same old. I don't care what Arteta's got to say today. I don't really care what the players have to say today. Bro, doing bullshit. Just the basics as not having a striker as a focal point. Exactly. Yeah, and PSG lost, but their players didn't play. You're going to have to pull off a madness. Don't know why Wanyeri didn't come on sooner. Don't have any idea why, he potentially didn't start. Oh, mate. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Cherries popped out. Cherries, in it. Odegaard had some good moments, but fundamentally, everyone is going to focus, rightly so, on the defending, in which obviously he's going to be in the highlights for Ivan Nilsson. He probably should have had a couple of goals for Bournemouth. Everyone's going to focus on the shot he didn't score. It's just a mess. And when it rains, it pours, man. Swings and roundabouts. There's been games where we've been in positive momentum. We probably win games like this, playing exactly the same shitness. Unfortunately, when it rains, it pours. And we had a disappointing draw against Crystal Palace. We lost to PSG. You got it all to do in France. I can't blame fans if they don't believe in you. Of course, let's cut the crap. Of course, everybody's going to support the team, all of that jazz. But if we get away from this cult bullshit and just saying nonsense for the sake of saying nonsense and all this kumbaya stuff, the players have given the fans no reason to believe, or the vast majority of you haven't. It's the same old individuals that are giving us some basic performance. Marino on the pitch, 2 seconds. Crap. Did a lot more. Partey, the one that you lot was crying about, didn't play against PSG. Probably his worst game this season in an Arsenal shirt. Make sure that's not the case against PSG. Odegaard, better in some moments. Shit for the majority. Trossard and Martinelli has just been Trossard and Martinelli. Arteta has been Arteta. Saliba, you weren't the worst, but come on, bro. Saliba, Kivior, Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly, I think he was naive in the build-up to the first goal, but, the first goal we conceded. Nothing changes, man. And the worst thing that annoys me is, God forbid, I say God forbid, because of course I want to win the Champions League. But when we go out, then you're gonna, not saying these are the things, but then you're gonna start seeing Saka rested and Odegaard come out the team for Wanyeri. Then all the things we're asking for, you're gonna see it when it's all been and gone. I'll tell you, way more about football than me. You wait for A license and all of that. I'm just an armchair expert. But as a naive football fan, we're seeing the same thing week in, week out. Clearly, signings and all of these kind of things make a difference. But do you know how flipping naive you are if you think that signings are going to change everything? Everything needs to be arrested in terms of game management, in terms of breaking down low blocks, in terms of managing out games, in terms of, I would say, getting back to having greater consistency over 90 minutes. Bournemouth were better than us. I would say we were quote unquote competitive, but Bournemouth were better than us. Away from the obvious in which they've got 3 points. Been too easy to rock up at the Emirates and get something. You just have to, there's certain blueprints. Jarring, man. It is what it is. DG, respect my guy, but it's looking dark for you, man. PSG next week, United Spurs final might not even be top 4. I know, I think we're getting top 4. Just have to be a United fan in the Europa League final, assuming Spurs get there, which I hope Bodo Glint. Obviously, we hope for the best against PSG. It is what it is. Like, of course, I'm going to be frustrated, but obviously, I think the players and the manager care, but when you play like that, when you don't learn from certain mistakes, I don't think you care. Because if you cared, you wouldn't do the same things. And if you lot don't want to make a meal of it, why should I, man? Just fucking put the season in a bag and let's go, man. Hilarious if City, whoa. City's worst season. Don't think we finished third. Not even, not sure we're in good enough form to get champs. We've been laughing at how bad City have dropped off this season. We're going to finish 3 to 6 points below them. And you know what the saddest thing is? The season always evens out. 4 losses at this moment in time is probably on brand. But it or the amount of draws, but it's of recent, but it's coming in bunches. Honestly, all of them fuck off, bro. You should know by now that Arteta don't make necessary subs until the last minute for no reason. Plus, he don't trust young players. Well, then who don't hear must feel. And unfortunately, we're gonna hear it as fans because we're gonna feel it. Sorry, as fans because Arteta don't hear, bro. We literally have Ethan on the bench, and he's so adamant to let Odegaard get away with such meaty performances. He's got players on one leg, and for me, I just want to know what was it for? Like, what was it for? What was it like? Everything that you done. Cool, if it worked, I'd shut my mouth. But what was it all for? What was it all for the players as well? But for the manager, what was that all for? What was that all for? Because it's on brand with what we know. Subs are only made when it's wrapped up. That's when, and ain't no one believing in Sterling, respectfully. Sterling comes on. You know already Arteta said this is a write-off. Zini, what's going on? Wanyeri, don't know what you're expected to do. Don't know what you're expected to do with 10 minutes of football across 2 games. Don't know why you didn't start. People can talk to me until they're blue in the face with injuries. People can say, oh, look at the bench and Arteta don't trust it. Who assembled it? Whether he bought those players or not, who assembled it? You've got to hold that. Throughout the last, again, I'm going to say it, and it's boring to say it, in the last 12 to 18 months, is there anything you've learned today or this season that you haven't known? The lack of depth, the inability to pivot in game, question marks over man management. 3-4 players putting in real bits of form, or even at our worst, they're prevalent and the others are not. Still keep we're going long to Trossard, bro. I don't even think Trossard was as bad as people making out, but he was shit. Everyone was. Everything was shit. 2 goals were shit. Bournemouth, credit to them. Credit to them. You cannot, and it's 2 performances against 2 very different contexts, but 2 very good sides. You cannot play like that against Bournemouth. You cannot play like that against PSG. You cannot perform like that at home. But it's all good because on paper, it's 2 semi-finals. But look at the Bayern game and last year, and we've improved. It's our first one since 16 years. We beat Munich, Madrid, which is great, but that's on brand. We'll win a couple of the top 6 games. We'll win, 5-1 against City or Madrid. We'll have those games that will go down in folklore, but you won't win shit. Which I hope I'm wrong where the Champions League is concerned, but at least lose with some gracefulness. At least a Spartan and a commendable performance. Like if you did 100 men against 1 gorilla and the first 20 people, their heart's in it. Unfortunately, it's a gorilla and it is what it is. You lot cheated yourselves. You defeated yourself. You lot don't believe. Have an inability to get things over the line. Inability to learn from mistakes. And this goes for the players who actually I have the most excuses for. In the grand scheme of things, the owner, well, Berta, to be fair, because you just walked in, but the owner, those below him, Mikel Arteta, you don't have to hold that because it all goes back to the summer. And obviously, Liverpool have ran away with the lead for league for time. They've ran away with it. It's about not even saving face because it's embarrassing, but just chugging along, just being competitive. A lot of you shouldn't be mad because a lot of you said you don't care, and that I said I care, and that's why it pisses me off because it's all about the mentality. Stop telling me about win the dog and light bulbs and this, that, and the other. Get over the line. Take the performances to another level. This season, I've said it before, say it again. I think it's regression. Some of you say it's not regression, it's stagnation. Cool. Either one is not a moving. It's either regression where you're going backwards, stagnation, you're staying there. Either one you want to say, I don't really care. Neither is progression, neither is moving forward. All goes back to the summer. But we tried and we got this and we got that. It's the same old. There's nothing we've learned this season that we haven't that we didn't know last year. Off the field, on the field, the inability to cope with injuries, the depth, the quality, players that can really do it for the majority of the seasons, for even in situations like today where one of our talisman, Saka, is just having an off day, no one else can pick up the pieces, or even Rice. Nonsense. And you lot signed up for this in Jan, but on paper it's going to say 2 semi-finals. Well, but it was commendable against PSG. Fair enough. Newcastle won. We did get to the semi-finals. The FA Cup, yeah, we didn't do well in 90 minutes, but it went to pens. Premier League, I don't know how they're going to shape that because City, who could finish above us, but let's just assume by God's grace they finish behind us. They've won. They've won the FA Cup and they've actually led this Premier League table longer than we have. And Liverpool have run away with it regardless. I don't know if Liverpool sat there and said we can win the league in the summer, but at the end of the day, them bunch of boys in that club fucking put in performances and they're reaping the benefits. There's only so much you can waffle to me, which some are valid about referee decisions and this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, have we controlled the controllables? Have we put our foot in have we put our our best foot forward? No, we haven't. So it's Kroenke, Arteta, you man gotta hold this. Players as well to a lesser degree. You gotta hold this. Gotta hold this. Nonsense. Let's get out of my face, man. Just do your thing in France, innit? That's all I have to. Just do your thing in France. Just do your thing in France. That's it. Do your thing in France. Do your thing in France. Because I'm not saying you lot don't care. I'm not one of them fans. My head can't. I'm not an idiot. I do think they care. But with what I'm seeing with my eyes, it's not made abundantly clear that you care. And some of you might care. You just ain't got it in you. Ain't got it in you. Even some of you that were a lot better today than you've been, still not good enough. It's not good enough from the gaffer. It's not good enough from the players. It's not good enough to have a decent 20 minutes and talk bullshit to me about fine margins. Fair play. Fair play. Because we're going to waffle about, but the amount of injuries and most teams would have crumbled and we're still second, at least for now. So what? That's what we should be doing. But look at Spurs and Chelsea and United. Bearing in mind, all three clubs, God forbid it makes me sick, Spurs could win. But for argument's sake, across the domestic campaign for the last 3 years, arguably, but focusing on this year, why the fuck are we looking at them? We don't want what they have. You want what Liverpool ultimately have won. You want what, I hope we turn it around, but on paper, PSG, either Inter or Barca will fight for. It's not good enough. Oh, well. Players out there, 85 minutes for what? For what? Imagine we lose to PSG and bottle top 4. Then Arteta's got to fuck off. Simple as that. If you ever don't finish in the top 5 positions, you're gone. You're gone. You have to be gone. If mathematically we cannot finish, which I think, to be fair, we will. If mathematically you get in trouble, our life is a movie. Right now, it's a horror, man. He is weak. VAR can't save us. If by some horror film that we don't get Champions League football, they've got to rip up his contract. If we don't get cooked by 4 or 5 on Wednesday, it's going to be a miracle. Saliba's been rubbish since Feb. White is a downgrade. Odini's dropping. But the thing is, we've got some fans that I feel are balanced. You got some fans who are just bare negative and just chatting shit. And then you've also got fans that are bare kumbayari, like it's about their journey and but look where we was. And all of these things are valid, but there's no fucking point telling me about when we were 8th. Yes, we've come a long way. That's not the issue anymore. We've got first world problems. Odegaard being the captain sums up where we are, but it's all nice. North London forever, Cole. No, neither side is honest. There's a lack of honesty in all the way pundits, football, content creators, how they talk about football anyways, and around our club. Because a lot of people chat shit because they've got vested interest. If you're in doing the positive PR, you're going to make out everything's bad. Neither are honest. It's not honest. No honesty. And I'll be real. The only thing that pisses me off is not the result. It's the pussycat way we falter. I can't have it. But people want to say you're too hard in this context. Not a damn person in this world can tell me. My only agenda is Arsenal being lit, you know. And you think I want to say this? But I can't lie to you, lot. Why would I tell you that it's sunny and I can see rain? It's bank holiday. You lot are not really, you know, F it. We got 222 likes. Big up you lot. You lot. Arsenal don't annoy me when they lose. It's the performance, man. It's like you're just sitting there and letting someone thump you up. It's not making sense, man. Credit to Bournemouth, though. Like, but it made me more happier to talk about Bournemouth. Like, credit to Bournemouth. Flexibility, the tactics, the way they handled the game, the way they move from the way we said all of this before the game, how they are in the transition, counter-attacking transitions, being front-footed, you know, the galvanization, Semenyo. Obviously, you're not going to be, well, for a club like Arsenal with Arteta, maybe the throw is probably what will get you bought at this club, but the way they reacted to the setbacks, you know, even Ivan Nilsson, who could have, I'm exaggerating, but could have had a hat-trick, still popped up and scored. The proactiveness from their gaffer, the way when they equalized, they still wanted to go for it. The build-up play to the throw-in for the first and what led to the corner, let alone those decisive actions, what happened. And I mean, Bournemouth versus Arsenal's been dramatic the last couple of years, man. I don't want the only thing I want to hear Arteta speak about is Timber. That's all I want to hear about. 21 points, you know. 21 points. 21 points have been dropped from winning positions. Does that look on this very pitch against Everton? What was said last day of the season? Don't tell me that is all injuries and referee decisions. You can, but that's a dense view. And I understand why you say that, because that's an easier pill to swallow. You've been loving Arsenal Football Club like all fans your whole life. It's difficult for you lot to accept or people to accept stuff. But just park off your feelings and look at it outwardly. I'm not saying this because I want to say it. Love the football club. It's always, rightly or wrongly, it's always from a place of love. It's horrible, man. Joke. But when everything's going right, no one tells you stop waffling, it's all positive. When it's negative, which there's no, like, it's just reality. Bro, please, man. You don't want it enough. Some of you want it enough, but they're far and beyond. Some of you want it, you're just not on it. Some of you just ain't got it. I don't doubt you lot. I'm not saying you lot are bad guys and bad eggs, but where I need you lot to go, you ain't got it. And it's forgettability. You ain't got it. There's players in our team that got all the ability in the world. They're just unable to do it. 21 points have been dropped from winning positions. That's our joint most since 2019-20. Now, I'm not here for brownie points, but I have said I think we've regressed across a number of aspects this season. I think we've regressed defense. I think we've regressed. Call it that. On and off the field, we've regressed. Some of you say it's stagnation. As I said, regression is backwards, right? Stagnation is staying the same, right? Cool. Pick your poison. Is it stagnation? Is it regression? Pick your poison, people. Let me know in the comments. Pick your poison. You want to move forward, don't you? You want to move forward. You don't get to a destination. If you put in your sat nav, I want to go to Tesco's and your yard is here, you're going backwards or you're regressing where you're stalling. You're not going to go where you want to go. But you don't want to talk about luck and refereeing decisions. And that's all cool. I'm not saying none of this is not valid, you know. But isolated to the variables that we can control. Starting games well, being difficult to defend against, smelling blood and getting things done, being professional, not feeling sorry for ourselves, not carrying passengers, doing what needed to be done in January and the summer. Have we controlled all of those controllables? If we did, I'd say fair enough. Then I'd entertain this bullshit. Odegaard needs to come out the side, bro. You got 45 minutes against PSG. 45 minutes. And that's not what I want. That's the reality. And that's not even the reality. Realistically, you got 85 minutes. You got 45 minutes. Better performance, but bars in hell. The bar's in hell. It's like someone in the bookies that finally wins. He's lost thousands of pounds, but cool. He won a tenner on the roulette. Arsenal have lost after scoring first for the first time in all comps today since their 2-1 defeat to Fulham in 2023. And people will be like, oh, well, look, I'm sorry. I love this club too much. I watch it week in, week out. and I do hella videos waffling. I don't, because this is why Arsenal fans are jarring. They're going to do the positive spin. Arsenal have conceded 48% of their goals from set pieces this season, with no side conceding a larger percentage. You thought you was good at that. 2 games in a week, where against PSG I was more peed off with the shape defensively, because that was one thing. Whether people like it or not, I'm not here to waffle against Arsenal. We were one of the best defensive structure sides. We've regressed. People want to tell me, look at the stats. There's one for you. Defending for me is holding on to leads and not having 48% of 48% of goals conceded from set pieces, 21 points dropped from winning positions. Half trying to be a good defensive team, half trying to be a good attacking team, doing neither. Please don't tell me about injuries. Big up Bournemouth for doing the double against us. That's what happens. Please stop, bro. Because this is it, man. Want to waffle about conspiracies, of course. I'm not sure how Wanyeri was in given a corner, but these are all little isms and schisms. I don't want to hear about that. I really don't want to hear about that. I actually don't want to hear about this. But it's nice. It's a fun day out. And the atmosphere going to turn ugly. The best thing that I would say for this club, again, especially if you don't beat PSG, the best thing, because there's hardly any bums on. Well, there was a lot of bums on seats, but tickets were available, and obviously people are criticizing the atmosphere about allegedly about Crystal Palace. It can turn ugly because most people that want to keep some headspace, they're gonna sit and say, "Right, you know what? Focus on the Champions League." You go out of that, you get rubbed out against Liverpool, it starts to get ugly. But we know this script. Unfortunately, that would be on brand. You might beat Newcastle, and then you start seeing the positive articles about we're going to do this in the market, that in the market. Nothing to do with Berto, but there's going to be so much propaganda spreaded about Berto. He's on the, and I'm not saying he's wrong. He's not doing this, but he's on the case. He's doing this. He's doing that. Season's done. Acceptance stage. Couple of months off. We go again, and the season starts. And you know the highs are really high, the lows are really low. I don't know. Nothing changes. Nothing changes, man. DG hyping up a goal only for him to be let down is always funny. It is what it is, man. DG, did you watch Saka Sky Sports interviews getting a goal on Wednesday? Mark, this he's got something for Mendes. He can listen. I believe in Saka. You can have whatever you want for Mendes, but that's 2 players. There's 10 others on all sides. DG was a wind-up merchant at Sunday League. Bare opposition players wanted to scratch. You gotta be. Remember when I said White looked crazy and a certain man told me I was watching a different game? Ah, mate. DG, get Dan Potts in tonight. Dan, if you're at the Emirates, speak your mind. You know Dan's gonna probably have his fan shows and everything, man. Big up Dan, crashing out champs, battering at Anfield. All for Izzat to come to the Emirates and put us in a spliff. I've already seen the script, but prove me wrong. Drop that Odegaard. I don't know what Wanyeri has to do, man. You don't understand Havertz's game. He's a false nine. No one can mark him, not even his own shadow. I don't know what I said about him, but yeah, man. Shout out, Dan. Big him up, man. Champions League has always been the goal. Has it? Charlie, that's shameless. We found ourselves where we have to focus on the Champions League more than the Prem because we've been better in the Champ, shit in the Prem. We was never stepping it. Come on, let's be honest. In August, the realistic goal was to actually, like, obviously not now, but based on the last 2 years, and at least now until we get overtaken, the Prem or fighting for the Prem or getting over the line is a realistic goal. The Champs, it's a case of get to the knockout stages, see what you can do. If you find yourself in scenarios like now, which we've been waffling about, do what needs to be done. There's no way we sat there in August and said, yeah, we are not Real Madrid, where I'm sure they want to win La Liga and Carlos, whatever, but we all know the be-all and end-all for Real Madrid. The Champs is the thing you've got to do. I would even say PSG generally, with the asterisks of what Luis Enrique is doing. The Champs, obviously, you got to win the league in that. Fair play to Bournemouth, man. Got no smoke for Bournemouth. It's my team. Havertz would have scored 30 plus goals this season if they passed in the Bournemouth. I want better for my people, but they don't want better for themselves, man. Bro, look at the headlock certain man are in. Fucking hell, man. Come on, man. We got Kai. Not even dishing you, Kai. We needed you. Getting cramped as well. Look what man is saying. Look at what Don's are saying, fam. Look at what guys are saying, man. 30 goals. 30 goals. I'm gonna start being like you, man. I'm gonna start just fuck it, man. Fuck it. Cause you lot got this. Actually, football's got. It's got to be more exciting. It's got to be more exciting. Pretending everything's amazing when everything's amazing. Pretending everything's shit when everything's not shit, and everything's amazing when it's not. It's got to be easier. You lot win. I'm on what you lot on. I'm on what you lot on, bro. Fuck it, man. I give up now. I give up. Honest to God. Listen, reality. I'm not even saying that. Fuck all this Arteta in out shit. I don't care about it. I don't give a monkeys about it. Like whether I like the guy or hate the guy, bro. For me, Arteta, I do think you're a good coach. I do think you're a genius in many ways. End of the day, you've got us to a point. It's about getting over the line now. Every year that you don't, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's weird because again, like I feel generally where football, this landscape is concerned, whether it's the major outlets, content creators, there's never any nuance. Everything is either or, and that's not what football is about. At the end of the day, you need to get over the line. You need to, because people want to gas you up. More your cult dons, the people that hate you don't want to give you plaudits. The cult dons make out you're so amazing and you're this and you're that, and don't hold you to the same standards. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, then somebody said Saka's our talisman. Why didn't he do it today? Yeah, that's fair enough. But why do you believe that? Because 9 times out of 10, he does do that. So if Saka does it, you praise him. If it doesn't happen, you ask questions. Why is that not said? This club is giving you enough to be excited about, but ultimately not doing enough, resting on your laurels. Do you know, I like what we're doing. If Chelsea, City, all of these things get their acts together, I'm not saying it's doom or gloom, but then you're going to look at these last 3 years and think, well, we've missed a golden opportunity. And who's next for the job? Don't know, man. Don't know. And at the end of the day, it's dead talking about it. The man signed a 15 million a year deal, so it's dead. His coaches have been given new deals. Berta's just walked in and provided, boy, and you better damn well hope you get Champions League football. You get Champions League football. Owners are kushti. You can twang this, depending on what narrative you want. You can twang this narrative and say, oh yeah, we had injuries, we were still, you can do the Mighty Ducks thing, and you could be so shameless. 2 semi-finals, crazy game against United, injuries, and you could overuse the referees somehow. Fair enough. Referees I'm not saying they don't play a part, but fair enough. Referees are why we have drawn 13, 14 games and have 4 L's. I'm more vexed about the draws than the losses, actually. I'm pissed off about what's led us to this, and obviously the fact that we dropped 21 points and we've been speaking about it. But cool. You lot win. You lot win, man. Fuck this, man. Can't keep playing those who are in bad form. The defending for the second goal sums up the captain. Sums up the very fact that he's a flipping captain anyways, man. DGB, the fans are the only ones who want anything from this club. The body language of players clearly show their contempt with the run we've had. If I'm honest, I saw people that had one eye on the pitch, one eye on the PSG game. And what did I keep saying in the game? Obviously, because of what Bournemouth are doing this season and all the nuances around how we've been competing, they're in a better moment psychologically. Bit like beyond everything for all the great bro, Luis Enrique's PSG. The way you were doing your thing, great. But they're in a better moment psychologically. Because I'm done because I can't take the pussy out thing. I'm not sitting there and saying we need to win everything, but I can't appreciate you for understanding and overstanding. I can't take the pussy out thing. I really, really can't take it. I can't accept it. It's at least be competitive. That's the very minimum. You can't guarantee refereeing decisions are going to not go for you or against you, whatever, all that stuff. But you can turn up. You can make it difficult, and it's happening at the Emirates at an alarming rate, at a very, very alarming rate. Stupidness. My keeper is showing more courage on the ball than fucking people paid that are captaining this team and doing what they need to do. And I'm not scapegoating Martin Odegaard. Even, let's be honest, Marino played little man minutes. Lewis Kelly didn't have his best of game. Declan Rice, obviously, doing his thing. He scored. Congratulations on 100 appearances. Saka, nothing to scream and shout about. But even that, with these guys not being at their best, Saliba and Kivior, local, doing what they need to do. It's the same old individuals flipping, turning up, carrying too many people. Carrying. Had we have lost and the same things happened, that we took the lead and they scored 2 goals and we're done, cool. You hold your licks, you do your analytics, but it's too easy. You lot, big up Shady. You lot focus on the PSG game. Of course, we've got no chance, but but to do that. And like, I'm not saying we're not, but yeah, man. What type of fan are you, DG? This must be Haringey Borough or something, fam. Because it's cushy, it's nice, it's romantic. Like the street lads, it's a beautiful day, Jay. Oh man. Jack Wilshere won, yeah, but he played Ramsey in it. Bro, save yourself. Nothing's happening in France. Again, I want performance, bro. I want performance. Obviously, I care how the PSG goes in that. I want to win. Again, stop the pussycat stuff. Get yourself where you need to get yourself mentally. I'm not like the Real Madrid one. You prepared yourself, which, if I'm honest, that is a given. I'm not saying we would have beat Madrid, but that's what we do. We'll have a couple of faultless games this season. We'll have some memorable games like City and Madrid this year, and the ones next year. We'll get 3 points. We'll tick along, but then we don't do enough on and off the field and in game that's required. And we'll always find reasons as to why, we'll find reasons as to why things happen without looking internally. People will do think pieces on ideal scenarios. If this never happened, if that never happened, if this, we would have been this. Now, last time I checked, any goal you've got in life, rightly or wrongly, it's never just A to B. There's spanners in the works. Sorry, but people get injured. Referee decisions go against you. There is an element of you have to be shit and get 3 points. Go and ask Arne Slot. I guarantee you, Liverpool, even in this very game where it was Liverpool Bournemouth, they weren't amazing under 90 minutes. But if you want to win a league or get over the line, there has to be an element of how good are you at your worst? How good are you when things are going wrong? It's all fun and games playing when we're in a great sentiment and everything's great around the club. It's easy to play then. It's very easy to play then. You've let yourselves down. But it's great. It's cool. Bro, and anyone that does it is a tough schedule. Anyone that doesn't want to be here, anyone that thinks this is a tough schedule, anyone that wants to feel sorry for themselves, anyone that's heart's not in it, fuck off. Honestly, fuck off. Because you ain't got time to be scared in Paris. You definitely ain't got time to be scared at Anfield. You definitely don't have time to be scared when you welcome Newcastle. St. Mary's is be all and end all. Arteta said beating Madrid was the biggest night of his career, bigger than winning the one trophy, as in my opinion, says he's not about getting over the line. To be fair, I hear that. To be fair, I like to think I'm fair. I hear that. Because I have said before, I wonder what he would say. I know FA Cup, blah, 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 but you won the FA Cup, especially with the context is at the time. You won a trophy in it. Wembley, all of that stuff. You did what needed to be done. Then it's Real Madrid with 15 times, Carlo, their players. Obviously, we all know how it played out, but that's got to be it. So I don't think that's fair. But it's on brand. We'll get some romantic moments. But ultimately, you're not doing what you said you was. And I'm only holding the club accountable to what they said. You want to win trophies. You want to do this after. Remember, we all watched the last game of the season of what these people said. So always be excited for the next year. And listen, there is progress. As I said, there's first world problems. I'm crying about not winning a league. I'm crying about, having a top 6 record, battering Madrid, battering City, and not getting over the line. These are new age problems. I don't care about the past. These are new age problems. There is progression. You've got 2 semi-finals, for God's sake. But at the end of the day, that's where gently bring it back in. But that's where I'm with you. At the end of the day, you're not getting over lines. We don't need to do the dumb thing of this team won a trophy. They've had a more successful season. They can have all of that. They can have that. But for us, and I only care about us, I can hold banter from opposition fans. No one gives a flying monkeys over the line. When it's time to do, you lot shit the bed. Simple as that. All of you lot. Even the ones that I think are the exception to the rule, we're all in this together. It's no point waffling about the 3-4 that are half decent on week in, week out, and not the others. We're in this together. Last time I checked, there's 11 players out there, and definitely 11 for us, because I don't even know if we have a bench, man. We might lose Rice next summer if this nonsense continues. Chill. I'm peed off like I feel my child has embarrassed me. Bournemouth had better subs than us. Last season, we had ESR, Nelson, Fabio. This Arsenal squad has been too small this season. They're going to have to hold that. Arteta's football's too robotic in these life. If a team set up correctly, we struggle. Without Rice, I swear we'd be like 7th, 8th. DG, you can still do this, Shy. We can't do nothing in Paris, man. I hope we can. But these players need to inspire. They need to inspire themselves. They need to inspire their teammates. And they need to inspire fans. Football is a weird game. Back you lot. Hope for the best. Not doing the negative thing, but you've not given me a reason to have optimism. You've not. We could have lost, but I could say, yo, it's a reaction. It's not. You're feeling sorry for yourselves. Woe is me. I don't see fearlessness. The reality is for the manager and the majority of the players, people think you're shit. People don't rate you. People think you're gone. So what's the worst? Even if you put in your best effort, which is dramatically better than today, and it doesn't go right, what's the worst they can say? The things that they said before a ball was kicked. Are you going to live or die by that? Some people have criticized you all season. Be a bit flipping fearless. If life pushes you into a corner, are you going to be a little pussycat and you're going to die anyways? Exaggeration, I know. But if you're going to die anyways, what's the point going, oh my God, I'm going to die? You might as well say, fuck it, and let's have it. And I never see that. And it's difficult to accept that. Because teams that are not in semi-finals, teams that are fucking in the championship are doing that. Is what it is, man. I don't want to hear nothing in the week about from the players and the club that it's the biggest game ever and all this jazz. And if you do say that, make sure the performance, regardless of how it goes, make sure the performance is befitting of such. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I don't think I'm asking much, I'm just asking for some bloody competency and some consistency and some heart. You give me those three, it is what it is. I want to see Trossard dropped Marino back through the middle of the champs. I can't lie. It was working. Why change it? Bro, Arsenal come fourth, still Champions League, man. Yeah, but I'd believe in Sterling's the yard, man. But we know where we're at this season. Horrible, bro. I'm about to like my victories will be. Hope you choke on it. The Liverpool fans that support my content, you lot are horrible, man. Look at you. Marcel and Shay, you lot are horrible. Their mods, you lot are horrible, man. You lot better pray you killed me and you had the chance, man. Ivan Nilsson's goal was a clear handball. These refs are clap. So we're at that stage. There's bad. I'm not saying you DG2, but there's this. You got the Arsenal fans that are gonna tear into the club. You got the ones that are gonna context and the injuries and ideal scenario FC. You've also got some that are just gonna blame the ref, man. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. The saddest thing is XG Dons can say 1.64 to Bournemouth 1.13. But in life, you could have somebody that gets a million, like, let's just, without getting into detail, let's just assume two people got the same dream, whether that's to be footballers or be actors. Let's say footballers, in fact. Let's say this kid has had 5 different trials, all the top 5, sorry. He's had 5 opportunities. For whatever reason, he's not taking them. My man's got 1 trial at 1 club. He's taking it, he's in. Moral of the story, you can't control how many opportunities life's going to throw your way, but you need to seize them. And again, a lot of people want to talk about the past. You can never forget the past, because if you don't look at the past, you don't see where you're going. You never stop thinking about the future and stuff. But the best way to right the wrongs, if there are any of the past, and alternate the future positively, is to fucking live in the present. Seize the present. There is always tomorrow to a point, because we all got to die one day. But I feel that's the language with my club a lot. It's always about tomorrow. It's especially when things go wrong. It's never about seizing it today. I'm not accusing anybody at this football club of saying they don't care and I don't want you to win. I'm not one of those fans, and I think I'm smart enough to consider it's not. But something's got to change. And now, what do we keep saying here, people? We do keep saying smash the like button and subscribe. But what do we keep saying? What do we keep saying? If nothing changes, nothing changes. What are you saying? Doing the other god. Aston Villa at home. Newcastle away. Bournemouth at home. Bournemouth away. Brentford at home. Crystal Palace at home. Liverpool at home. Bit harsh, but Liverpool at home for the equaliser. Chelsea away for sure. Both games against Brighton. I don't care about the refs. Fulham. Sorry, people. I'm just naming games that peed me off for a variety of reasons. And it's not just one reason. It's not just one reason as to why. It's a mixture of things. Ah, man. Forget it, man. Coming like the season was done for when we beat Real. Done expecting anything. Arteta done show us who he is from a long time. DGEPO ain't that deep. It's gone anyways. Deals, I hear that. Everybody, I always tell you, I don't tell you what to think, just think. But like, I'm sorry, but I hear that because obviously Liverpool won the league, but I think that's a very simple way of thinking, and I think that gets away from the all right, man. It just gets away from the point. Nelson, big up yourself, man. But no one don't care about United. I got a million problems. Not gonna like this rate. If this is like every year, I don't see Saka, Saliba, Odegaard staying. But Odegaard, Saka, Saliba. If you don't want to leave safe, I wish you stay. Odegaard, you defo could not. You defo couldn't. You defo couldn't. You're not with them man's thing. You're not with them man's thing. You're not. Maybe if the sun's shining and you're sourcing, you're not. I might even entertain. Not like, you know what you want to do. You don't want to do the foolishness. Cool. If Saliba, Saka, Lewis Skelly to a degree. Again, none of this is going to happen at this moment in time. Declan Rice, if these men said, you know, I want a car, and maybe a couple others, I'd understand that. Odegaard. You better shut your mouth, bro. And this is coming from someone who calls him Wonderguard class region, backs him more than everyone. But just because I can back someone, don't mean I'm ever going to lie. Oh, and look at Righty as well. You lot are defo in a Liverpool group chat, and it's like, why? Let's go get onto the lead. Oh. Phones are really enough. I don't want to talk to no one, man. Why are man calling me? Chelsea, you know. What do you want, bro? Please don't answer. I'll call one back. Please don't answer, man. What do you want, man, dickhead? What do you want? What do you mean? What did I say? What do you want? How you doing, man? As a friend. Why for that? I don't need man asking me how I'm doing, bro. What do you want, man? Bro, I'm not your bro. Yo, bro, big up Ghana, but you're Ghanaian and I'm Jamaican and Asian. We're not brothers, bro. What do you want, bro? We're not brothers. It's not a Black Lives Matter thing with you. I know. No. Bro, what do you want? Why for that? I don't know what you is in. That's crazy. How's your team doing? We're doing good, man. We got a final against Barcelona in the Champions League still. Okay, that's cool. Why is Cole Palmer not scored in 16 games? Can you sit in the stands without being called holy fuckery? Saka slapped Madrid, brother. Oh wow, Saka didn't score against Bournemouth. He's still done more than you're done. Bro. He's still done more than you're done. You told me Jadon Sancho was better. You told me Fofana was better than Saliba. Shut up, man. You spent £1 billion and you would love to be here. Okay, and then what are you going to say when we come from behind? What are you going to say when we come from pause? What are you going to say when we come from behind? What are you going to say when we come from behind against PSG from a footballing point of view? And if we do, because you're going to make me say foolishness because no one can attack my club but me and Arsenal fans. What? You don't? What do you have? What do you have? I don't care, bro. Don't tell me about the Wolves. So why are you calling me? End of the day, why are you calling me? What do you want? My brother, you was a goalie in football. You was a goalie though. You was a goalie. You weren't a baller. You was a goalie, cuz. You're a goalie, fam. You're a goalie, but you was a goalie. If we go to the park right now, you're jumping in goal. Yo, bro, you ain't done shit, man. What do you want, man? Oh, why for that? I just want to know. You didn't even wish me happy birthday, buddy. Now you want to call my phone. Why for that? Why for that? Why for that? Why for that? You see, if I ever blow in this thing, yeah, pause it. I get 100K. You're not coming. You're not coming to the industry events. I swear. I promise you, you're not rolling. You're not rolling. When Shensi is there, that you're not rolling. You're not rolling. You're not. I said I'm an industry plant. To be fair, I wouldn't mind stuff, but bro, seriously, what do you want? What do you want, Kitty? What do you want to know, fam? I got semi-finals, bro. What do you mean? Well, I predict that we're gonna get on a plane to Paris and play the second leg against PSG. If that's what you're asking. No, you won't. Fuck off, man. See what Arsenal are doing? Fighting for my damn life after PSG. Fighting for my damn life again. Oh man. Share people, man. Just doing a bit of maths in my head, considering everything. Are we finishing second? I don't know, man. I can't lie. I think Saliba's not been Sasha. I don't think Saliba's been to his highest standards. I still think he's been decent. I think there's been more brain farts. I do think what I've been saying for a while, and that obviously football's about relationships and compliment. And I think Gabriel Magalhaes holds his hand a lot more. I don't think I can have energy for him today. Yeah, man. But he isn't. This has been the slowest of his season, man. They did the double over us, man. I've always defended Arteta, but now I see the light. Newcastle fans becoming the new Liverpool fans, somehow making it about them, man. You man still saying Partey's undroppable. He's definitely not undroppable, but like Cole, Partey has to hold that, but that's probably his worst game this season. There's not a single midfielder that can say they've outperformed him this year over that calendar in our team. If anything, it's Rice. Definitely not Odegaard. And they're cool. Drop Partey out. What happened? Football's a fickle game, you know. Because everybody that to the point where people were blaming Partey for not being involved against PSG, and people with I'm not saying you, but people 24 hours ago saying we got Partey, it's a different game. He was shit today, and now look how it's flipping. And you drop Partey, what happens? We seen Rice moves to the 6. Marino goes in midfield, where Rice again today, big him up for scoring on his 100th appearance. He's been in a sweet spot in the 8. Marino's not a striker, but he's better for our football club up there. You move them two. There's bare moving parts. Already carrying the captain. Already carrying a couple other man. If Lewis Skelly and Saka are unable to do it, we're fucked. And if anybody in the lot, whoever's come on at any point in the 80th, 85th minute, 90th, and played 5 to 7 minutes, unless they can do the Reece Nelson thing, ironically, against this club, which we would have hoped for, you're in issues. Ran players into the ground. Saka come back, it look adrenaline thing. You're now seeing a player that is nursing his way back to full fitness. Timber, big him up, but he's played a lot of football post ACL. Lewis Skelly having to do it. Can't drop anyone. Carrying people. Don't want passengers. If we wanted passengers, we'll be an airplane provider or something. Oh, I thought we're doing this football thing. You man won though, DG. What is winning? You defeated just oh fuck off, mate. Fair play. That was funny. What I do them that mad? They never make any chances. They never penetrate. Liverpool will be it's the same old site. We're gonna just keep doing it. And I know there has to be balance. I am not saying you have to go against everything you want to do, but there's got to be some ability to pivot, man. Big up Bournemouth. I don't think Areola is available. I think he's gonna do one more season at Bournemouth. This football heritage thing is a rattler, man. This has been a dark week in football, man. This week has been dark, man. Cheers. See you in Paris. How many times are we gonna watch Arsenal get pegged back and now I know we're not coming back in? That Partey tumble was horrible, you know. It was horrible. I am gonna watch this game again. I don't think Arteta is strong enough to get us over the line, but realistically, who else do we bring in? The ones that I want, we can't get involved. It fully is a race in the top five. At this point, Arsenal is the toxic partner in the relationship. My heart breaks every time, again and again, what's happening. Gotta accept them for what they are, innit? I feel more embarrassed for the fact I've sat through the whole 90 minutes than the fact we've lost. Remember what I said about Inter DG in the system? Burr has a lot of work to do in the summer. How much is he gonna do how much can he do in one summer? How much can one man change everything at the club? Because Burr might have all the best ideas. Let's do this, let's do that. But if no one's listening or we're not all singing from the same hymn sheet. You want to be Arsenal, just play football. You've got, well, I'm not going to call him that, but you've got a coach that has no offensive skills. But I can't believe he was at City and La Masia and all of this. So he never made it at Barca, man. I know I shouldn't even, but is the post-game comments coming? Thank the Lord, day. Tomorrow, emotions are real. Everest month, but we know this. Arsenal, we're Netflix FC. We hope that we can get over the line and it's this year is different and all of that. But fundamentally, if nothing changes, nothing changes. We need a striker, left mid. Sorry, we need a striker, left wing, a DM, right centre mid, right centre back, and some competent backups. So easy, but and this is where you had to play your key players, but if you play your key players and play like that, you look like a donut. Elite, I rate it from Bournemouth. Of course, I hate time wasting when it's against us. When it's naturally like everyone, when it's for you, you love it. And what does that tell you? Them man, they were moving street smart. Us, horrible. Look, more pagans. Why does everyone hate me, bro? Oh well, man. You know what? It is what it is. Them man did their thing, man. It's done now, innit? I love you, buddy. You're cool. Appreciate that. Can we all give DJ a like? Come on, guys. Sophie, appreciate you. Form is gone now. People gonna tell me Havertz is the glue to unlocking this again. I fucking wish Odegaard. Odegaard Havertz was there. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Luis Enrique, Hansi Flick, them man are not going there. It's always A's up to 3. Look at this guy, man. Look at him. Look at. Make sure you're following him, man. Whatever football manager save that you're doing, by God's grace, you capitulate. By God's grace, if you're doing promotion, you never get promoted. If you're fighting relegation, you get relegated. Any finals you're in, I hope you crumble. In real life, I'm a United fan for 90 minutes if you play Spurs. I say if because we're hoping for Bodo Glint, man. We'll see what happens on Wednesday. For now, I'll rest my case. Trust. I mean, in theory, Saka could play off the left. What was that? I don't know. But when you find out what it was today, let me know, please. Because it can't have been anything. I have a trophy and possibly finishing above you. No one rates Arsenal. Yeah, no, pull. Everyone pulled lava. Everybody, no one rates Arsenal, but everyone's ready to say, oh, we even in our worst season, we're 17th and we won a trophy and we could finish above you. I'm sour, man. I want a trophy. I got a super chat. Well, sorry, man. I've been in my own world, man. Appreciate that. Wherever it is. One love. Else, one love. Drinks is not helping me. I need to be sober. I need to be alone with my thoughts. I'm going to watch the game again, as I always do. Don't forget Newcastle, DG. Arsenal, we're the kings of drawing, kings and queens of drawing ourselves up. It's dark. Man, I ain't watching it. Man. What? All of this, Newcastle got you got a game in hand, but what? 5 points? Ladder. Oh, no, it can. Wait, we're going to Eddie Howe. Allow us, Eddie Howe. You've had our number and we've got you. Like, oh, shit. Dark, 67 points. City got 64. Newcastle got 62. Chelsea got 60, Forest got 60, Villa got 60. I mean, Bournemouth. I don't think this is updated because Bournemouth should be this. I don't. In fact, yeah, I don't know actually because I don't think this is updated because Bournemouth. I'm sure we looked before. Bournemouth unbeaten in 5. Yeah, Buckwheat. I hear that, but I'm sure you've left some hating comments before. You actually don't like me, so by all means, you can run jokes, but I need to know you actually like, man, or not. Fuck off, bro. You think I don't see your hating comments? Like Tekka Davey. See, you can run bants. Philosopher Zims. By God's grace, you know what? I hope your save just gets corrupted, bro. I just hope your save gets corrupted. Forget all of that. A's up, 2v3's up, man. Just hope your team gets. I hold my licks, man. But I swear you lot should have killed me when I had the chance. Because I promise you lot one thing. It might not be tomorrow, might not be next year. Bare Netflix series. But one day before I die, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna have my time in the sun. And you lot better not run. Should have killed when you had the chance. Hey, deluded. I think for the second leg, Arteta is going to bring PSG a bunch of chickens and rice. Fair enough, funny. Liverpool next week and still have to play Newcastle. It's dark. I feel bad for sending my little funny joke. Don't. Because I swear, when I have my time in the sun, I'm there. Arteta seems to be Moses. We need Joshua. And yeah, Moses was in the desert for 40 years. Didn't get to see the promised land per se. You said it so many times that I find myself saying it. I sound like a broken record. Why can't we break these teams down and get over the line? Huge summer ahead. I'll believe it when I see it, man. I'll believe it when I see it, man. Like I'll believe we win trophies and we're doing this in the summer and that in the summer. Come on, Liverpool are not getting silly, but be serious now. Come on now. City finished second. Liverpool won the league, and you still have time to drop panties for City. Oh my God, City, you used to fuck us better, and no, I ain't got nothing else, man. Bro, Woozy, win your Europa League, man. What do you lot want from me? We are far too conservative at times. What do you lot want from me? Our home should be very difficult ground, but instead, bro, it's like we just leave the front door open. Come, squatters, come in. People that want to rub the yard, cool. Come turn this into a crack den. Fuck it. Let's go. Why did we sign Calafiori? Well, you weren't relevant today, man. You don't truly believe because you know this season was the season City fell off and you didn't capitalize. I don't know, mate. I don't know who that's thingy, but I said it then and I got called negative, and I always say I want to be wrong. I said top four is finishing second, which is brazy, is the best it can get. Maybe bring a domestic up. Look at the summer. All my optimism was there in the summer, and then when the window ended, bro, these players weren't even a point today. It's just to illustrate a point. You didn't kick on. You didn't evolve tactically. You didn't evolve defensively. You didn't evolve in the final third. You didn't evolve in terms of recruitment. You've winged this whole year, and you could see you keep kicking issues up the road. What's gonna happen? You got cramp. I'm lying here, broken ankle. And now, see, we got fans with broken ankles, cramp, people abroad waking up at stupid o'clock. God forbid if you was a season to get older today watching that nonsense. It's crazy. If only the club had the same commitment we have in it. Yeah, man, I can't.